Welcome to the Street Report.
Hey, this is Sean Sotaro, host of The Cypher, thecyphershow.com. I want to say congratulations to G-Rock on 40 years in hip-hop.
Yo, what up? This is Blazy from Lordsville. I want to congratulate G-Rock on a 40-year anniversary in hip-hop. Peace, homie.
What's up, y'all? This is S.O. Trey of the Almighty Substance Abuse. I just want to say peace to G-Rock for 40 years in hip-hop.
What's going on? This is John L. from the Right Podcast. Shouting out to G-Rock, 40 years in hip-hop. Much respect. Way to stand up for the culture.
Situation, hip-hop drama that I'm facing got me stressing like a lesson from Abomination. My perspiration drops down like rain shower. Brain cells equip vowels with insane power devour. I'm dropping down like lightning. Flow script is frightening. There's no tomorrow, it's just horror. Cerebral's tightening. Buck wildin' like barbarians. The green like humanitarian. Go deep to reach for air again. My inspiration flow wild in my third eye sensation. Penetrating ears with lyrical admiration. Crowds tear, rain wise amongst the crowds here. Hip-hop parade for me, G-Rock the pioneer. Bringing hip-hop back to its creation is my mission impossible. Flow skill is unstoppable, trailblazing MCs through. Back in the days and ripping up stages with raging, simply amazing.
This is how it should be done. Yeah. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. So as you hear it, my insight and light's vision to rock well. This is how it should be done.
It's like a breath of fresh air, nobody stopping me. G-Rock forever flow a scholastic philosophy. Supreme Einstein within lines that dwell invincible. Peep the school of hard knocks, kid, guess who's the principal? Now let's be sensible, opposition indeed is suicide. MCs try, but in fact another soldier died. With intellect by through the armor, script is impossible to penetrate. My mind state, preaching the gospel, somewhat the apostle. One love to all who meditate, mentalist precision intact, close hyperventilate. G-Rock I demonstrate supreme skills, don't have the realness. It's real, kid, I'm flexing hip-hop like Trippin' Hill did. Summer in 79, it took hell in heaven to find a solution. Beats and rhymes from intertwine, introducing the rap creator of greater data. G the innovator, it's soul peace, take me out with the fader.
This is how it should be done. Yeah. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. So as you hear it, my insight and light's vision to rock well. This is how it should be done. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Soon as you hear it, my insight and light's vision to rock well. This is how it should be done. Yeah. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Soon as you hear it, my insight and light's vision to rock well. This is how it should be done. Yeah. Vocabulary spills, I'm ill. Soon as you hear it, my insight and light's vision to rock well.
Looks like you started rapping about when I was born.
When was you born?
I was born in 1978.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and
my roots started, on the dance tip before I actually got into the rhymes and the beats and all that.
Yeah.
I started like in 75.
Wow.
But actually it's 75.
Man,
I'm mixed up, man. I did so much. That actually I started DJing in 75, and then one of my cousins, the older cousin, I used to go to his house, man. He was a DJ in New York. He had partners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was a DJ in New York, and then I didn't know with family functions and things like that. I kind
kind of connected. He always would tell me about music and clubs and things that they used to play, playing records and stuff. This was the first time I'm hearing about that stuff. But, I went over to I used to go to his house, and he took me there one time, and they had the DJ equipment, and she couldn't keep me away from it.
Right.
So, that's what got me in the groove. And, about 78, man, had already went to, I went to L.A.
Uh-huh.
I had a cousin out there. I went to L.A. in 78. Yeah, I caught the beginning of their side, too, as well. So,
yeah. So
what I'm saying? I was out there pop locking and all that stuff.
Yeah, because that was big and heavy in the West Coast.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely.
It was. That rerun and the whole nine. And, but I was out there. I was in the beginning of that.
Yeah.
In the beginnings, I was out there, man.
No doubt. What were some of those early records that, not necessarily hip hop, but just records that as a, at that time period we first started DJing and stuff, what were some of the records that you wanted to play and like you enjoyed listening to?
Well, the beginnings, I didn't know. I mean, I was just playing with my cousin had. He had a lot of records, man.
Yeah.
Basically it was disco.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, disco.
that's what it was. It was all the way disco at that point. So, I played, he had everything. He had imports and, like I said, he was an actual DJ, he was on to record pools and stuff. So he had mad records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, stuff that really was popular on the streets were like, Disco Circus and all that stuff, and Dr. Feelgood and things that even when, it segued into hip hop, they were still using some of that stuff.
Right, because there was a lot of...
I know in high school, I used to go to high school parties about, 1980, 81.
Yeah.
They were still playing this song by Cameo called Rigor Mortis.
Right.
And they was, and they would play Disco Circus and all that. And we was roboting off of that,
Yeah.
like popping, roboting, because it was still kind of disco. The beginning of hip hop, had a disco beat to it.
Well, absolutely.
So,
they were looping the breaks from those disco records.
Yeah, they were. And then if they made the beats, it was made like that, like a boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They didn't really have a rhythm until Firm as the Flash and them. They switched it up and did that super rap. You know what I'm saying? Then hip hop had a rhythm, and then that took off. Everybody started wanting the rhythm instead of that one beat.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you were there.
I've seen it all, man.
You were there in the beginnings of like Jersey rap, right? Like when Jersey started.
Yeah. You know what? I got a thing with that now, but yes, I was in the beginnings, of Jersey rap because when I was doing it, nobody was doing it.
1, 2, straight out the undergrounds of Jersey. G-Rock and the Syndicate Coalition, straight up and down 93. Yo, pop this. Coming straight out of Jersey. It's time to get funky. G-Rock the close of spark, G. I'm getting biz like Marquis. Funk flow is all I ever choose to rock with. Hip-hop bits, the funkified, the spark hits. Brain cells are lit, ideas start to shift around. That's when I shoot the gift of sound. Collaborate with minds of metaphors, cause that's what you're headed for. I'm getting well, like I said, funky with the drummer. Sit back, cause I become a lyrical wonder. Cleaning house like Philly Sunga. So check out the way I flip-flop the hip-hop and start the wreck shop. I hit the tip-top without a pit stop. Taking no tack from weak opponents. I play for keeps, so save your weak rhyme for the whack beats. Listen to that back, yo, as I take you on a musical mission. Now get a grip as I flip to the intermission. Take a a deep breath, sit back and close your eyes and listen as the tone of my voice begins to rise above and beyond all methods of beats and rhymes. Take a minute and think about it. Now step the fuck back as I attack, bust a raps like block cats. G-Rock is coming at you with the funkadelic gotcha. Top-notch collector man props, I got a day like special ed. Or should I say my man Red? Yo, fuck that, it's time to bust cats. I'm in the rough raps upon my mission. The friction, I'm having none of that. So chill like Rob G, as I get my props. See, I'm hot to the trot. Yo, a clock could cause G-Rock is in effect and getting wrecked. So check out the funky concept. It gets more complex, the Baptist step. So I can throw down and let me slow down and take a breather.
This is DJ King Killer.
Don't forget about your boy Kurt G.
And of course, it's E Green.
And we like to congratulate G-Rock
on 40 years in hip hop.
Yo, that's what's up, homie.
You know,
right.
You know, when I came from Cali, and I came from Cali in '78, and you know, I was already, you know, I had already embarked on DJing, dancing. You know, I was on the West of the pop rock and robot and all that. So, you know, by the time I got back to the what's the name, you know, I had equipment and stuff. I would pull it out, you know, next to my house. It was a, you know, vacant lot and stuff on my block. Right?
Yeah.
Block parties and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And by the time the hip hop came out, man, it was like, you know, this is an easy segue for me because I was already into the urban sound, you know.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because, see, I grew up in Miami, and we had a DJ in our neighborhood that would kind of set up on the block when I was real young, and that was something that inspired me to want to be a DJ.
Yeah, you always had that person that, like, you're like, wow, like he was the first one that, you know, remember to do with G on the fly, you know. I mean, it's funny. It's funny about the DJing because I haven't DJed in like about 30 years.
Yeah.
And people still, you know, you go on Facebook, you know, and I run across some of my friends that, you know, that knew me from back in 1980, 81, 82. Like, yo, G-Rock was a dope DJ back then. I'm like,
yeah.
Yo, they don't even know nothing about that. But, yeah, I mean, forget the MC. I've been MC. I've been doing hip hop like almost 40 years, and you know that a lot of people remember when I was DJing.
Yeah.
So,
well, and that's what I was gonna say is you're actually somebody who embodies like all the elements of hip hop because you've been a graffiti artist, you've been a dancer, you've been an MC, you've made beats, you construct your own videos. Don't you do the production on your videos as well?
Yes.
I mean, so you really
from the treatment, from the vision to the result.
Yeah. So you're like a one man. You're doing it all.
Yeah,
and been doing it forever.
Yes. I mean, I wasn't doing it in the beginning. Well, maybe yes, I was doing it.
Yeah.
But I had I was actually doing it from the beginning of me starting it. But I had a manager in the early '80s.
Yeah.
You know, and he got me a lot of shows and things. That kind of got me sweetened into the industry early in the '80s and stuff. So that's how I knew. You know, I know a lot of the old school cats and the legends, the veterans. I know all those cats personally.
Yeah.
So, you know, that, you know, by my you know, hitting and missing in there, salt and pepper seasoning into the business, you know, was good. It was good. That was something that I do hold dear to it. You know, even though I never had that big hit, you know what I'm saying? People would always be, you know, bugging out when I go to, you know, like clubs and different like video shoots or something like that. You know, all the cats knew me. Like, they said, gee, for somebody never had that big hit, man, you a big hit everywhere you go.
Yeah.
They have to know you. Everybody knows you. Yet, I was always behind stage, behind the scenes. I helped a lot of people. You know, I looked out for a lot of those cats from back in the days. You know, and it still goes on today. I mean, you know, that's who I am too. You know, I like helping people, stuff like that. Yeah, I had my own dreams. And I had things going, and I did a lot of work myself, but I also helped a lot of people.
Yeah, that's dope.
A lot of people that you hear out there, and you call them, they're legends and all that stuff like that. They didn't know. They know where they came from. They know who was there in the beginning, and you know, they still acknowledge me. If they see me, they acknowledge me.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good feeling. I'm glad to have that rapport still with all the levels of cats I knew in hip hop.
Yeah, well, no doubt.
So,
And
because that's the ultimate respect, man, recognition, man.
I definitely work with some legends too. I mean, Naughty by Nature, right? I mean,
yeah, Treach and them. I mean, they lived around the corner from me. I mean, they're younger than me, but I watched them come up. Through the when they was the new style. Was in high school, winning the talent shows and all that stuff there. I was working in the studios, man. They used to come up. I engineered a couple of sessions for them and stuff like that, man. And then they never forgot it, man. When they came out with OPP, man, I seen them in the record store, man. They was like, yo, they autographed me a picture, gave me the free joint and everything, man.
Yeah.
I still got that picture. I still got it to this day. Being I'm sitting here talking, it really showed. I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, I go all the way back to the beginning. I mean, I've seen all of them come out. All of them.
Yeah. And we're really talking about the beginning. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So Jersey, you were right next door to New York. I guess you probably went into New York a lot, but how was the Jersey scene in particular at the beginning there?
It was good. It was good. In the beginning, it was good. It was good. We had quite a few clubs, lounges, bars, everything. That was when that hip hop thing kicked off, man. I mean, it wasn't a lack of places to go in Jersey.
Yeah,
we just like to go to New York too, because that's where it started. But we used to go. I used to go to both things, man. I used to do all nighters, man, when I had to work.
Wow.
We would go to the city. Yeah, I would go to the city, man, and come back and finish up somewhere in Newark, man. Come right out of the thing in the morning, and I just go right to work. But it was a big thing, man, for at least a decade. Straight. When hip hop started, it was like you couldn't get enough. I mean, you wanted to find out where this and that. And being I was a DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still, went and got records. I used to go to New York, to it was a good segue right here, but I did a song just not too long ago. It's out right now with me and Percy P.
Rock and Soul.
Percy P. For those that know the Rhyme Inspector, we go all the way back too. And Rock and Soul, yeah, that's one of my favorite record stores I used to go to back in the early 80s, you know what I'm saying?
As I wheel it on back to my days of flipping tracks, 80s and 90s exactly. Let me retract, see I used to spit them, dicing records and spitting venom, verbal attacks, precision. G was pushing back the competition. On a mission, I started digging in the crates with all haste. See, I couldn't wait for a taste of that wax and vinyl, copping stacks of my arrival. Repeat the name of the place as we unload for rock and soul.
A flick of lace with CDs to picture face up a grip of waste. You get replaced. One verse, lung burst as I done first. Slums, guns, hearse, those unpurged for unwrongs worse. Sound scans go down, fam, don't need to round, man, ain't nothing to it. I still do it when units underground and cop and go block controls, dots and foes. Want me to shine, bow on the minds that rock and soul.
That's one of the main places I went. I didn't really go to many other spots. I did go to the other spots, but that was my main one that I liked. That's why I gave them their props.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're still around. They're still around now.
Yeah, that's dope. But it's still the same. Is it like family owned?
Yeah. They still, they still do it. They still,
yeah.
They got their daughters and the grands working the business. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, they still there.
That's awesome. I hope they keep it going. And
me too, man. I mean, I think we need to try to keep that in there, man. The vinyl, man. That's definitely an element of hip hop too, man.
There's something special about it, isn't there? I mean,
Huh?
There's something special, you know. I mean, like you, yeah. MP3s and all that. I mean, it's cool that you could take it anywhere and everything, but there's still something about picking up that record, being able to read the record sleeve, holding it in your hand, pulling out the record. You can see the music. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You can feel it. That wax smell. And not only that, man, I mean, even when scratching DJs and all that stuff, it's just so much. It feels so much better to scratch that record. No doubt.
You know,
no doubt.
I mean, you know, other than the CDJs and all. I mean, it's cool with everything. They emanate. They try to emanate feel, and you know, they get close to it. I mean, they right now. I seen something, man, where they had, you know, the thing looked like actual wax on there. And they said,
well, yeah,
to be it.
Yeah, that's that new Serato stuff. You know, I don't work with it.
That range, them range 1200.
Yeah. I don't work with it yet myself,
they got
but
actually the 12. Yeah, it's actually 12-inch vinyl on there.
Yeah,
you know that you can do it. I mean, they got it. They got it, man. But I mean, like you say, there's nothing like that vintage, you know, vinyl, taking it out of that jacket.
Yeah.
You know, having that, you know, the things. I always wanted that. You know, when I was putting out songs and records and stuff like that. There, man. I always wanted a record. You know, my picture on it.
Yeah.
And everything, even my name on it. I mean, I did have a couple of those. I did have quite a few of those, you know. But the digital age is cool, like you said, man. But I mean, I like it because you know it's more compact. You know, what I'm saying I got kind of, you know, I didn't want to have so much equipment moving around and stuff. Because I changed my equipment every year since 1980.
Oh wow!
Every year I used to change my setup.
Wow, that's true.
I wanted to experience all of the equipment. I mean, I'm a producer. You know what I'm saying? I was producing as long as I've been rapping.
Man.
I mean, when I started rhyming, I wanted my own beat. You know, early on, you know, I used some instrumentals and stuff, but I wanted to make my own beat back then in 1980. So I went and bought the first drum machine. You know, the little, you know, battery operated Dr. Rhythm. And, you know what I'm saying? I had all that stuff. I had every drum machine ever made, every sampler, every keyboard. I had it all, man.
Yeah.
That's my love for it, man. I still love making music to this day.
Yeah, man, I see that because, I mean, you're still doing it. You're still hitting it with like quality. You know what I mean? You never fell off. You never really like everything is dope. It makes me wonder, you know, like why on earth didn't you ever pop like that? You know, but you know, it's just questions like that. I know you ask yourself probably the same shit.
I ask myself, I mean, you know, I used to ask myself, look, I'm just as good as these other cats. If you know, in some aspects better. You know,
definitely better.
I can hold my own. I always said I can hold my own against anybody, and that still stands true today.
Yeah.
Because you know, the love that keeps me going. The love overrode the money.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I mean,
I wanted the money, and in the 80s, I wanted when I was young, dumb, stupid, whatever, ready to go for it. I had to work. I deserved it. I deserved it, but it just never popped off like that. So I just basically, you know, just kept doing it for myself. I just kind of just got into a thing where I was just building my craft, and it's like anything I wanted to know what to do, I learned it and acquired it and got the resources to do it. So I stayed that way. I mean, you know, my whole career. So.
Well, you know what it is you're a real artist. An artist, you create your art for yourself. You know, if you're an entertainer or something, you know what I'm saying, then you worry about pleasing everybody else. But as an artist, you're really creating something to reflect your own. You know, it's all about you, really.
Yo, this is going out to the minds that slept. Yo, G-Rock getting wrecked on a rhyme set with my funky concept.
The concept might quit, the concept might quit. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might quit, the concept might had to hear it, had to hear it.
Yo, it's time to rip. slang go banana. Turn green like David Banner. Bring home more fortune than banner. Dammer, candy coated crossover rhyme. Oh yes, I'm clocking G's, but I don't have the time for BS. Oh yes, and PS, act like you know. It's time to flow. Get busy like Fat Joe. I'm getting hyper. I'm ready to shoot the gift like a sniper. So follow me as I play the Pied Piper. Ignite the mic and get wrecked on the rap set. I'm ready to shoot the gift like a tech. So nigga back step, cause I'm the manner. Flip the fat grammar. I'm on some old Onyx shit, so watch me slammer. Jam with the boom, flip bang with the zoom. This shit is fatter than Ralph Cramden, so make some room. Rolling like thunder, G-Rock the boy wonder. Continue to step back as I kicks my next number. Chorus.
The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might win, the concept might had to hear it, had to hear it.
Hut 1, Hut 2, time to kick the boogaloo. Rap, I'm ready to rock with the biggity boo. Continuing, yo, I'ma put you in a situation. Recite my translation and watch your faces. Perspiration, deteriorate, yo, as I flow at a superior rate. Just call me Alexander the Great or Alex Haley, cause I up roots daily. Competitors never cease to step up, it never fails, yo. It ceases to amaze me, but yo, it doesn't faze me. My records are getting wrecked, yo, somebody has to pay G-Rock when I perform. A typical rap song, dropping bombs. The crazy busting cats like Vietnam, so understand it. You better start praying like the mantis. Believe my flow is deeper than Atlantis. My breath lasts forever with more air than Jordan. Yo, and more important, I drop more acts than Lizzie Borden.
The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might win, the concept might had to hear it, had to hear it.
Tick tock, the clock ticks down to a zero. Equipped with the boom is the last action hero. G-Rock, the microphone, N.E. Avenger. Suckers slept, but don't they know that I'm the great pretender? Surrender, cause I'ma break it down to a fraction. Cause satisfaction from the street crowd reaction. Remain undisputed, cause none can test better. Get only equal, but after this there is no sequel. Now wait a minute, I think that makes me one of the best. And yo, act like you know, and don't take it personal. Damn, it feels good to rock around with mad flavor. You biz at a show, bringing mad amounts of papers. Back to my peak show, cause this is what I'm into. It's mental, so let me bring it back to my main menu and continue to rip upon my rhyme set. Stronger than a bomb threat, yo, it's my funky concept.
The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it. The concept might win, the concept might win. Had to hear it, had to hear it.
Salute to G-Rock, 40 years in hip-hop, an accomplishment by any standards, man. Salute, keep the culture going, progressive and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Peace and prosperity. It's your boy M. Wig, man. Saluting the hip-hop generals, man. Yeah.
I mean, that's so you embody everything that is hip-hop. You're a true artist, and, you know, I respect that. And then I look at, you know, you could have went left any time that you wanted to. You could have tried to fit into what, you know what I mean? But you didn't. Oh, yeah. You chose to go your path and do your thing, and it's beautiful.
Well, thank God. I think and the gifts did that. The gifts enabled me to say, well, I don't have to go that way.
Right.
Because I didn't have to go that way. You know, I was able to make my own music, record my own music, and I even manufactured it back in the 90s when, you know, the early 90s when, it was unheard of for somebody to press up professionally, you know, out of their house. And I was doing that in 92.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know, you know, sometimes I sit here, you know, and I have to catch myself, you know what, it's all good. It's everything, you know, I'm good. I'm good in my position and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't see, you know, I know for myself, and, you know, I hold a lot of firsts in hip hop, period.
Right.
But I don't, you know, I never argued that because I'm a person that, like, not into myself like that. You know, I love the game. I love doing the stuff like that. Yes, I would like to have the accolades under my belt. I know I hold a lot of firsts.
Right.
I know that for myself. But I'm like, yo, I'm good now with the internet and everything. Kind of got my name, my history out there.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who I am now. They know my history.
Yeah.
And everything. I'm actually really good right about now.
And
I wish I was in this in the 90s.
That's what I was about to say. It's kind of cool.
Like
it's kind of cool to be getting the recognition now, though, right?
At the end of my road. I'm at the top of my game.
Yeah.
But, it's all good because I love hip hop. I know it shows through my music and everything because it's the love for it. I'm not going for the money, so that keeps me at 100%. Keeps me 100.
Yeah, and in the end, I think you're gonna be a lot more satisfied with your body of work, knowing how much you put into it, and it's all you. Not too many people can say that.
That's what I like. Everything I see, that's an accolade, a write up, or a positive, review. Which I have all of that. I never have yet to see the negative stuff. Thank God. I'm blessed. But that, like you said, it's a testament to my work because it's all me.
Right. Exactly.
I always tell people, look, anything I get, man, I appreciate it, man, because I did it myself. I didn't have I didn't really have no help.
Yeah, you earned that shit.
Thanks, man. That's all I got. In my career, like I said, never had that big one, but with the internet, I got a lot of. I get a lot of praise and recognition and stuff, even from my fellow legends and stuff like that, man.
Yeah,
they're giving it to me, man. They're giving it to me big right now.
Hell yeah, and
I'm humbly appreciative of that.
Yeah, well, sometimes I think that that might even help on the longevity side that you never did get that real big hit. Because then after that, it's like you're just chasing the hit for the rest of your life. Like, damn, I had that huge hit. Why can't I hit that, again? And I think a lot of times those people don't feel.
They couldn't, come back off of. But being that, like you said, being that I was that underground artist that kept putting out the quality things, is that, that kept me motivated. And the people liking it, the people loving my stuff just kept me motivated doing it because, they like what I do.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going.
Yeah,
but
you're definitely more like the type of artist, like, you might not be reaching all the kids and getting the millions and millions of fans at once, but the base of fans that you do get, it slowly grows, but it stays with you, kind of. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what it did over the years. I mean, right now, I gotta really support. It shocks me. That's why I Google my name every day. 'Cause, I mean, in certain areas, I got millions of cats. I'm like, and then people tell me that. Like Percy P, my man Percy, he's my little brother, man.
Yeah.
Percy is out there. People, y'all know who Percy P is. And he does shows. He's still doing shows.
Yep.
He's still traveling everywhere. And he tells me, because me and him are close knit. And, like I said, we talk all the time. You know that. I mean, we hit you up. But, that's how and then I took him under my wing. Like, he's the only one now that I'm actually, P needs it. He can get that, whatever he needs. I try to look out for him because he's another one that deserves,
definitely,
more than he has.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And he, I keep him close, man. I'm proud of what he did, man. I'm like, you still doing it. You deserve a little bit more than what,
Yep.
what they're trying to see you on.
And that's a big goal of this show right here, man. What I'm trying to do is reach back to the legends that didn't quite.
That's good.
Might not ever pop like that where they're like the household name, but hardworking dudes. And I've had Percy P on the show, and that's why. Okay. You know what I mean? Because dude is ill. Like, how many cats rhyme like Percy P? You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, and he's like, he reminds me of myself because he's humble. He ain't into himself like that. Like,
right.
I'm the best at everything. No, he just he loves it. He just does his thing.
Yeah.
And he gets the praise for it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that knows him is like, Percy P, thanks this dude, man. He laid back.
Cool ass cat.
He transformed into the rhyme respect. You better watch him.
No.
is on the snooze out. Thought I would choose out before I lose out. I ooze out, snuff some cruise out, collect my dues out the rectum. Who's in effect? The resurrection. Hip hop personified to perfection. G-Rock's ejection is mad lethal. Not many can equal. The power grabs like glass, my folds are see-through. Saran wrap material, still wet behind the ears, yo. G-Rock is legendary status. And had this many years to go to be exact. But true indeed, don't smoke the weed sack. My script is natural in fact to bring real MCs back to basics. Samples and bass kicks. Perform miracles. Mental reanimation of one of America's true lyrical disciples. Beats I decipher. Lyrics is hyper. G-Rock is funky as hell like the smell from a baby's diaper. Putting rappers to shame as I maintain lyrical funk rhyme. I'm legendary, you don't have to worry.
Yo, like Jill Scott, I fill spots for real hot women who can thrill. Watching my skills drop, I still knock my music, they bills cop. Rap skills and stats build, that's why ask Neil if that still a cat spill like black talents, I'm that ill. Rip the place, your chick a race to get a flick of lace with CDs, so fix your face if a grip of waist, you get the ace. Bam, God, man, I had a legs like a hands high in the damn sky, smash like a fan fly, you a standby. Tight wreck, shit at mic checks. Got a hype set that excite vex and give them more night sweats. As slay clowns with spray rounds from a tray pound. Stay down, charge for 8 counts that they found a mic with my prints in the playground. Caster never made it and ever hated. My success is faded, left his chest deflated. Grave desecrated, investigated, homie. It's the legends, the rhyme inspector Percy P and my man G-Rock, y'all. Bringing y'all that high quality stock when it come to hip hop, y'all. We ain't bringing nothing back, cause we ain't never left in the first place. Yeah.
Yo, what's up? I want to give a shout out to my man, the legendary G-Rock. He's coming straight out of Jersey, representing, you know what I'm saying, hip-hop to the fullest. I want to congratulate you for your 40 years and still rocking on. This the legendary rhyme inspector Percy P, Big Buck. One love. Peace.
But that's like me. If you talk to me,
yeah,
I'm like, yo, I'm on the level, man. I'm on the low. I fall back a lot, you know. But you know what I'm saying, when I get on the record, man, it's a whole nother story. You know, you see another part of me.
For sure.
I love it, man, and I don't try to come no less than.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I make dope music, so I have to have the dope lyrics to go with it. I will not do a song if I can't write it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
no doubt.
You know,
well, I'm one of those guys, man. I catch a lot of heat because I don't let the bullshit slide, kind of. You know what I mean? Like people have become a real accustomed to just like, oh, this guy's got bars, and then I listen to it. I'm like, how are you telling me this dude has bars? Like a lot of really simple shit like passes as like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, he's really spitting. I'm like, dude, nah, man, I can show you people that are really spitting. You know,
exactly.
I can find you like 150 dudes right now that rhyme way better than that. Why is everybody backing that? And it kind of like I don't know if they don't ever dig or what it is, but like, how do you not know that terminology exists?
That
you know what I mean?
A lot of people really, they think they know about hip hop and what it is and what the people want, but you really don't know.
Yeah.
People used to tell me that in the 90s. People used to tell me, I used to shop my stuff, man. By myself. I shop my stuff in every label in New York. And some of the cats are like, yo, we not, you know, this is dope as hell, but, you know, but we can't put this out right now. They're not looking for that. But I'm like, yo, it's hip hop, you know. And so one guy even told me, and the lady was, yo, this is that real hip hop. You know, they're not looking for that right now. They're looking for some trendy thing. I'm like, well, that ain't me. I thought it ain't me.
You see, but who is setting the trends though? That's what I don't understand. Cause
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why wouldn't you want authentic music in that instead of the, you know, something that's gonna last a year or so and go to the next. I never was a trendy person. I just did me, man. I mean, I still do it to this day. I never followed the trends. I don't know if that's what did it for me, but if it did, so be it. I didn't want to do that anyway.
That's good, man. That's good.
I follow hip hop from the road and the principles that started my life in the music. So, and I'll never change them. You know,
it's like I tell people, man. At the time, Vanilla Ice was outselling Rakim, right?
yeah,
But right now, who do you respect? You know what I'm saying? Who's everybody got respect for? You got respect for Vanilla Ice or you got respect for Rakim? Now, Vanilla Ice was the businessman. He sold shit tons of records. If all you're looking at is money, then yeah, Vanilla Ice is your dude. But if you respect lyricism, then Rakim is your dude, right? I mean,
yeah.
So as far as longevity goes,
I respect the hustle that Ice did with that one. I mean, I respect it because he came out at a time when hip hop was still hip hop.
Yeah.
He was able to get off. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The song was okay. It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right.
But my thing was, when I saw what he was coming with after that, he couldn't back it up.
Yeah, no doubt.
So that's when you tell. To me, I'm looking at the second joint, not the first one.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the second one because that shows if you're good or not.
Yeah.
Not the first one. You got to go with the second one because if they can do it twice, if he can do it twice, all right, then he got a career in this.
That's a good
and
point.
It ain't that one hit wonder. Yeah, ain't
that's
that
a
one
good
hit
point.
wonder.
Well, and then
but that's what you gotta do, man. So you're like, yo, what else you got there? I mean, a lot of people in the '90s, especially in the '90s, even the '80s, man. If everybody's first album was the dopest thing they did.
Right.
But if you get somebody that was consecutive, then you're like, this cat was a real, he's a real deal.
Right. Well, it's popular in music that like that first album usually is the best because that's
is the one that they keep talking about.
Right. That's the one people have been working on their whole lives until they gain that music career. Now all of a sudden they got the music career. They don't have their whole life to work on the next one. So it's like you got to produce something in a year versus the last 10 years you spent working on that other one. You know what I mean?
But that's right. See, now that's funny we talking about that, but that's the principles that I followed my whole career.
Yeah,
I was brought up on albums,
not
singles.
Right, of course.
I was brought up on albums. So
that's how things have changed.
And you can tell it in my music. If you hear me do something, you best believe I put 100% into every song on that album.
Right.
I expect people to like at least more than half of that album. I mean, I'm almost guaranteeing they like the whole album because I follow those principles of albums.
Yeah.
I don't follow the principles of singles. That's the only way I can do it, man. I don't care if it doesn't matter anymore now. They said the lyrics don't matter, dumbing down and all that. It matters to me.
Of course.
Because I can't, I want to be the best at what I do, not just
Thank you.
making money.
Man.
It's not just making money and
Thank
trends
you.
and stuff like that. I want to be the best at what I do. I'm
Exactly. Yo, this is the analogy.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Check it out. This is the analogy that I've been using with people lately. It's like rap is a competitive sport. Hip hop, the way we came up, it was a competitive sport. So you had to be the best. Like if you're going to the MMA. If you're going into the MMA, you got to be the best fighter, right? You've got to train every day. You've got to work the bags hard. You got to, work on them focus pads. Otherwise you're going to get your ass beat, right? You want to be you want to be in the NBA, you better be the best basketball player on the court. You're going to have to train every day. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to eat right. You're going to have to focus on being the best baller on the court, right? So the same thing with the microphone.
That's right.
Same thing when it comes to being an MC. You should be training and focusing and putting all your effort into being the best motherfucker to grab the microphone and rip that shit.
Not only the best, you want to try to innovate something as well. You want to bring something to the table as well, not just follow the leader, but bring something to the table. Like somebody rhyming all of you look at the 80s and the 90s, you saw that.
Yeah.
When you got up to the millenniums, then they started repeating. They went with whatever somebody started. They kept it as a format.
Now everybody for the last 10 years sound like Cher, Life After Love. With the auto-tune abusing motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like
everybody 808 beat is the same pattern. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy.
Same little snare roll.
Being
Same,
a producer, being that I'm a producer, I'm a lyricist and I'm a producer. So I'm like, I get tired quick of repetition.
Ready,
Word
baby
is
boy?
born, yo. Ready
You know
to drop
what I'm
this, yo.
saying?
Let's do
Ready
this,
to drop
yo.
this?
Yo, let's just
All right,
drop
let's
it,
do
yo.
this, kid.
Full blast. Yeah. Once again, back in the incredible. G-double-E rock, the untouchable. Yo, G, bring it back one time, baby.
It's time to saddle up like a thoroughbred. I spark the brain cell, hail them on my 5-level spread. Straight out the bricks, I'm off to Queens and Manhattan, leaving MCs looking. From Shaolin to Brooklyn, Beach to Brooklyn, Queensbridge and Boogie down. One love, kid. G-Rock is off the Broadway. My flow is all day. That's what they all say. From Bed-Stuy to World. Yo, I'm up on the ball place, so I can make them all sweat. Back to bust miracle cap, straight out of lyrical gas. Snatch the acrobat. G-Rock, I never slack the fact to bring it back to basics. As the bass kicks, I watch my pencil fly across the paper clock and light speed lyrics intensify with every second. Word, I flip folds with my script flows. Straight out the brick town with Will and Stop, no one but G knows. Dropping bombs like Vietnam is my forte. Straight out the brick town, piece I'm off the Concord Broadway. Rock the lyrical ghetto blaster. I master 360 degrees of phony MC disaster. Forever after, I flow the speech like a teacher, numb the brain like ether. Now watch me sparkle like Aretha, reaching another level of insanity. Humanity's done for. Now watch the prodigal son score like Fuji's. I kill him softly like the movies. Word, if competition was allied, they still couldn't move me. Show and prove, blowing the hip hop spot like militia. My brain is focused like a telephoto shot without the picture. Rhythm hit ya, I leave him holy like a scripture. Lyrics make contact and leave them hanging like a curtain fixture. Witness the rap, I bring the funk like Jared, that sun splash. I spark the dome cap to drop math to leave a busted ass. What's messing with it? G-Rock half human, half incredible. The opposition's edible, over flatline like a vegetable. That mission that's impossible. G-Rock the unstoppable. Metamorphosis chronicle. The Dr. Spock when logic flows. So beat me up Scotty for shooting up the crowd with the mental shotty. I be the lyrical John Gotti with this snot nose. So strike a pose. I got your brain cell on laser lock. I shoot hip hop. My target is your not result is made the shot. Straight out the New Brick Town. G-Rock representing the east side, the west side, the 187 undercover homicide. I'm on the case like Crime Stoppers. Putting phony MCs in their place. 21 gun salute the real hip hop kid. Catching bodies. I'm putting weak minds to bedrock. Lyrics and tracks flowing wedlock when I wake up the spot. Flow is forever, no need for remedy. I'll continue to sever weak minds' heads throughout this worldwide vicinity. Word up, I beat the funk around like Redman in my brain cell. I mastered the artifacts like Boom Squad, Tame One and F.
Yo, what's good, man? This is Bo Benny representing BK. I want to congratulate G-Rock on 40 years of hip-hop, non-stop.
Yeah.
But, I hear, the last, like you said, last 10 years of the Southern movement, I respect their movement, but that's it. It wasn't a preference of mine.
Yeah.
But I respect their movement. They had one of the longest movements since the beginning of hip-hop. So you got to kind of respect the hustle on that. But as far as quality, nah, I ain't really got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying with that. You know what I'm saying? That's respected. I respected that. Okay, they chose hip hop to come and do their thing with it, and they kind of held it down for a dime or more.
Yeah, I just
So
wish.
you got to give respect for the hustle, but in the movement.
Yeah, but you can't be getting lazy on the lyrics like that, though. You know what I mean?
You can't. I mean, it's got to come back.
It's got to come back to quality.
The basics. It's got to come back to the basics. And I read somewhere the other day that it is coming back. I do.
Well,
see it coming back.
I kind of feel it a little bit.
I do see it coming back where people's trying to really go in and try to really write, rap right.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I'm gonna be.
That needs to. All the basics need to come back. I mean, not only the rapping part, but the beats. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bring the elements back. The DJ.
The DJ.
I mean, back on the main stage.
Yeah.
It's not because you don't have any of that. And that's another thing when you hear my music. I
always got the cuts. Yo.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, man. I noticed that, and I love that.
That's hip hop.
That's hip hop, exactly. And you know what? When it comes to hip hop, there's no chicken and egg theory. It's not a fucking mystery. We know who came first, and it was the DJ.
That's right.
So how are you gonna cut him out?
Yeah, how you gonna cut him? And look, I mean, right after him, the B-boy came. How you gonna cut him out the video?
Yeah.
There's a way. There's a way to tell between hip hop.
Yeah.
A hip hop track and R&B track. You can't even tell that now. But back in the 90s and the 80s, you can tell. You had your favorite artist that did this style. You had the one that did this style. You had your producers that made beats like this. There's other producers that did beats like that. I like the diversity. I don't like that repetition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bring forth change. It just it's stagnated.
Exactly.
Like you said, the last 10 years has been like the same beat.
Yep, the same beat, the same over auto-tune chorus.
Record, man. Same beat.
You know what I mean?
But it's as long as you got that's why I kind of stay entwined in tune too, because I'm like, all right, not for nothing, but with the internet thing, I kind of really got into what the internet had to give to an independent like me.
Yeah.
And it's a lot that I can do some serious damage there.
For sure. Well,
you got distribution, like free distribution.
Yeah, you got free distribution.
You got so many things, so many resources that you can use.
Ways to sell merch.
Advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to know how to work.
All the blogs and stuff. All the blogs. And thank you. Right now, which is we're indulging in podcasts.
Yep.
And all that stuff, man. I mean, people got their own radio stations, their own record labels, their own distribution and everything.
Hey,
so,
hold on. That's another segue here. Speaking of radio stations.
Yeah.
What you got going on, man?
I mean,
Force One.
I got
Tell
my
me.
own too.
Yeah.
My station, Force One Network Radio. I mean, so it's really leveled the playing field, and I love the internet because the internet is my easel.
Yeah.
It's my easel, man. I made it my easel, man. It just I could do so much damage. But the good thing I like about the net is I'm able to make up for the 80s and the 90s where, you know what I'm saying? I never never got that big hit.
Yeah.
But by now, I done forked out so much of my history in my albums and things like that. It can't be denied. I'm still doing it. I ain't done. I ain't done yet. I'm still cataloging.
I see that.
So,
the word is spreading faster now, and it's all starting to snowball. And more and more people learning about the whole history, and I think that's kind of dope because we're in a period right now where both these situations are happening. Where it's kind of a shame where like old rock groups and old jazz players and old country singers, they're all regarded as legends. But when it comes to old rappers, they're just old rappers. But I see that starting to change now.
Oh yeah. They didn't give me my legendary status.
Exactly.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
And it's awesome now to kind of see rappers, MCs in your age group finally both getting the accolades and then kind of bubbling up again. You know what I mean? Like Big Daddy Kane, he could go out and do a show right now, no problem. But there was a dry spell, it seemed like for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm loving that, and I'm glad of that. I'm glad that a lot of our heroes from the '90s, cats that was really putting it down.
Yeah.
They had that lull in their career where they didn't fall off. It just was that time change, and it kind of, they had that lull where people wasn't checking for. But I'm glad that they're getting more with this social media and the internet. All that stuff has done really kind of helped. It helped us. It helped all the old school cats.
That's
to
awesome.
come back and kind of get shows and tours, and they on tour every day, man. Y'all look on Facebook, man.
No
Grandmaster Cat, Furious 5, the Fearless 4, the Fearless 3, all those cats from the beginning of rap is on tours right now.
Yeah. Well, like you said, man, there's a lot of other things that have been helping too. Like even like Netflix and shit doing like the shows like related with hip hop, and you know what I mean? It's really cool, man. Like because when I was young and I was really getting into hip hop, they were still talking that shit like hip hop's not gonna be around for another fucking year. It's just a fad, you know what I mean? Like your kids would be tired of that hip hop shit in no time. But shit, here we are.
Years, it was like, it's about over.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
So it's nice for me to see, all those originators.
Like I said, in January, in January, I'll be celebrating my 40th year in active duty. So hip hop, I mean,
in May, I'll be just celebrating my 40th year of life, man. Yeah. And it's a trip because now I'm seeing MCs coming up. They were born, like when I started rapping type shit, So now we got these like multi-generations of people that have grown up listening to and loving hip hop all over the world. And that's.
I mean, some people, you know what? And I gotta give it to technology. I got it from another angle, because if it wasn't for the progression of technology, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation, maybe. But you know what I'm saying? So and it's not just like putting the albums out. You got those things like video games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And movies, commercials. A lot of people. I go on YouTube, right? Because I see a lot of it. I had a couple of things that pulled them in from me. That had nothing to do with the album. It had something to do with what's the name I was on. They say, well, such and such. Grand Theft Auto brought me here.
Yeah.
Because I heard this song.
Yeah.
They ain't know nothing about you, but they love their song on there. And they're like, oh.
Right, no doubt.
I didn't know this guy was a legend. I mean, I love this song from the video games.
Yeah.
That's what brought me here.
That's dope. That's
dope. But that is dope. That is dope. So technology is really helping us out too.
No doubt. Let's talk a little bit more about Force One Networks. What you got going on?
Force One Networks. That's my company. Started in 1993. Well, actually, 1996 it started.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I was with, like I said, in the 80s, I had a group. I had a group called Too Dangerous. That was the first group I had, me and my DJ. And then I got a manager. And before the 80s was over, it was like 89 to 90. I was just G-Rock. And but I called, I had a production company called C&D Productions. So I changed my name and connected that on the end, so made the G-Rock and the C&D Coalition.
Yeah.
Which is anybody who was down with me was the coalition.
Yeah.
Everybody knew I was by myself. But they always asked me, what was the coalition? It was anybody who's down with me.
Yeah.
So, that was C&D Productions from 89 to like 93, to like 94, I'm sorry. And then 95, I made Force One Networks. That's when I started taking artists under. I had like seven to eight artists for like 25 years.
Oh, wow.
So that was the start of Force One Networks, like when I was producing for other artists.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Here we come, y'all. Here we come, y'all. Here we come, y'all.
First up, the shock and amazing, funk sensation. The rock is absolute when I'm chasing. MC's back to the dugout, cause it's a shutout. It's solidified as this. We got it grip lock, so bug out, get into. Yo, beat this, equipped with my pencil. I dominate, you can't duplicate what's in my mental. G-Rock's potential is designed like a stencil. My diagram is my diaphragm, freaking instrumentals. Who got the props to bring hip-hop back to basics? Give only MCs a facelift, step back and face the gift. I'm swift like gymnastics, precise and mad clever with my tactics. I'm flipping script like double backflips.
Niggas bite like a piranha. They wanna bring the drama to case. Fuck it, I'm about to take it to your face like Tretch. My style be the bomb shit. But if you try to diss the East, fuck you and the Supersonics. No bull, we hold it down like gravity pull. My big dick to the ground and pack a full pound. I wreck your squad like Chicago. Shut down your cargo with CDs and tapes like in the embargo. More guard than Wells Fargo. Watch your nana, cause if I hit that bitch one time, kiss a bye-bye. Yo, we clapping seeds like thunder. Niggas steady talk about big crews pop, but still youngsters. I represent at Mike fights, rip comp that bite like a pit bull and keep the extra grip full. And when I wed up your crew block, I scream thug life. Rest in peace to Tupac.
I penetrate mics from here to Crown Heights, lounging in the 96 Benz with round lights. Squad strikes like a venomous reptile, the death style. God bless the child. I can get raw like the Roars, live like the chorus. You never saw this. It's for the track like a tourist. Support us, cause fake niggas ain't got nothing for this. I do you dirty like the Bruce did the Norris. It's gorgeous. My persona rips through your Donna. Karen, bite the style and get brain trauma. I bring drama like disputes overclocking. My format of flow, even if the beat stop rocking. Keep it knocking in the urban, suburban terror. Serving niggas like whatever. The God bless the mic for pleasure. The original mic blesser. Laid back chillin', rockin' fitteds with fly leather. The cheddar stacker, forever captured this rapture event. Like a freestyle tournament. Wiles is never fraudulent. Bigger jacks is false facts. 9-6 consists of paper stacks. Like that.
I get busy as lumberjacks, dropping necks. While you fake jacks, I break backs on wax. But I'm smooth with the quickness. Rising like Miss Bisquick, shorty with height, fine figure and thickness. I've been in this game long, like an 84. Had lab patience, much more than Dr. Zizmore. My dues was paid, took my knots. I caught mini wrecks and spots with bomba clocks. With pals and styles, metaphors for mouths to eat that ass up. Yo, I'm feeding for a fast buck, don't test me. My style is sort of messy. It's on like a leaky for a tick and goes off like a beeper. With more tells than the crypt keeper, the Nubian princess. I'm giving bigs to my peeps on the east and the ones on the west. Yes, straight through your lyrical vest.
It's in my nature to play the back, lay back with a dub sack. Stroke be plotting while you celebrate like after no after a sack. You know I go back like cornrows on the Angelo, demanding dough, shining on tracks like I had the glow. If I said it, I meant it. The truth ain't tears like life is ending. Thinking expensive got me rhyming words up in a sentence. Should I mention I'm ill like smoking the field with Clinton, then attending the Democratic convention. We sent you better quit like Nixon. You talking crazier than Christians. Look, New Jersey witness murders by waiting in line for chicken. Who this slow brother that got this whole globe wildin'? Coming with more public announcements than R. Kelly's first album. Go back like two-tone jeans. Yella, I had 3 pair. Stroke me off the hook. Call Bell Atlantic for a repair. The stolen car capital in back of you. Inserting raps in you. Mad niggas grab the microphone. Be mad theatrical. We gotta stop that. The non-lyrical hip-hop whack. We gotta bring it back to the streets. So catch a contact.
It still is today. I mean, Force One Network is me. You know, I'm Force One Network. So everything I'm doing, Force One is in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're getting ready to get interactive on these cats now. You know, got my own television network get ready to spawn off. It's funny you said Force One Networks because, you know what I'm saying, you probably saw the post on, you know what I'm saying, where we getting ready to, I always say we, you know, I keep it, let them think that I'm a conglomerate, which I am, but I'm really an octopus.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I got a lot of hats, man, but you know what I'm saying, I'm about to spawn off into the future, man, like, you know, like I wasn't already, but I like challenges, man. Force One Network, you know, is a challenge name for me. It's a franchise, it's an independent, you know, enterprise that I brought upon, you know what I'm saying, and I self, you know, I'm the self leader, the self person, you know, as the only employee, for the last 40 years. So
yeah,
I had to keep building. I'm constantly building. What I'm saying, elevating and staying ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So that's where we at now. We virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D. All of that, man. Parallax, all that. I know about all that, bro. I just believe me. I done did something. If you saw some of my videos, you see I embarked on a lot of effects. I love effects, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All my videos is green screen. That's what I do.
Yeah.
All
I
my
see.
chroma keying and all that. That's what I'm into.
So what made you want to? Was it always the music pretty much driving you to do all that, or?
To do everything that I do?
Yeah, like the video effects and all that. I mean, like.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't always the music. It was, we had Star Wars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like the science fiction. I'm a sci-fi buff. I'm gonna put it down, man. I'm a sci-fi buff. I like those I like action movies. I like effects. I love seeing them, and then when I was able to, to expound on them, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Once I got to that green screen, that was it. I made a movie I made a feature film in 2005 called The Place to Be.
Okay.
And it's a hip hop, a cult hip hop B movie, I guess you want to call it whatever. It's on YouTube, but. I did that in 2005, man, and that was my first experience in actually doing that. Video or whatever. Well, I actually did a full feature movie. That was the first thing I did before I started doing video. So, from there, it kept going. I ain't doing no more movies. I did a couple of short films, but then after that, it kept doing music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I, because that was a little more simpler and all that stuff. And it was that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, anything I wanted to acquire, I just went and got what I had to get and did it.
Yeah.
I never went to school for none of that stuff. Never went to school for computers and things like that.
Right.
Equipment. I mean, I learned it all myself.
Yeah.
So,
and
that's a whole nother thing. But you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are like, yo, man, what school you go to, for your music videos now? I'm like, the school of hard knocks.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I taught myself, man.
And it's another advantage of technology nowadays. It's like people don't really have an excuse, not to know how to do shit because you can always figure it out now. You know what I mean? Like you can figure some shit out nowadays.
And that's what I always tell people. There's no excuse to say, well, they're not signing me. Damn that. You don't need them.
Yeah, you don't need them.
You don't need no record deal no more. You don't need no directors. You don't need none of that shit.
Nope.
I said, look at me. I said, look, I do my own videos in my room. My room is not that big. It's just that it's a big green screen on the wall green screen. It's all over, covers the whole wall. So I'm like in my own world. Why you got to follow the leader when you can bring something to the table?
Right. No doubt.
Where you be known, that'll give you a position. All right. Well, first time I saw that was my man G did.
If there's, I don't think there's ever been maybe a better example of talent is not what makes you a millionaire in the music business. Talent is unfortunately is not what gets you the superstar status, because if that was the fact, everyone in the world would know who the hell G-Rock is.
Thank you, man.
No doubt.
It keeps me busy, and that I got to tell you, that's what drives me, man. I mean, if I didn't know how to do everything, I wouldn't be doing hip hop.
Yep.
So I owe it to that. I mean, and I do. You name it, you name it, I do it. I do it. I'm the one who did it, created it, everything from the radio stations down to distribution. All that stuff, man. I mean, manufacturing, writing the song, producing the song, making the music, mixing the music down, engineering. I mean, I did it. I do it all.
Check it out. Well,
straight, create a wave of manic. Haters in the past, see they speculate, and I bring the big picture. It's just a fixture, and my lyrical elixir, the party mixture. Crushed ice on the rocks, see I got the detox, coming straight from the box, from the norm. See I call them rappers, cause only few MCs can represent like them original gun clappers. I represent my trappers, the breaker, snapper, close the chapter. Expose the phonies, yeah I have to, there's no debating. Read the mission statement, to achieve the greatness, you gotta overcome the haters. And pestilence in the dark, afraid of the spark, so you bring out the char. Outline of haters, tricks up their sleeve, they continue to deceive and we continue to achieve. Trust and believe. Hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air. Time for your mind, this is hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air. Time for your mind, this is hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air. Time for your mind, this is hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air.
I'll bring it back like newly aligned spinal cord. Sick like the flu, floetic rhyme is my final sword. Truth is exposed, never hidden. You know how the G flow universal, straight off the head or greatly written. Hidden like one of your favorite pastimes. It's like the last line, I keep it live with slow or fast rhymes. Delivery designed for true hip-hop heads in mind, not in their heads to sleep. True or funky beat, dreaming of the day that they can smile again, get wild again, cool out to that hip-hop style again. Back in the days when we blazed the stage set with insane text, mind over matter, clocking insane checks. Holla slam and let me jam like Onyx, milk brains to phonics like needles to grooves from Mantronics. Do your history, it's not a metaphor nor a mystery. Straight out of Jersey, from 93 to infinity. Hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air. Time for your mind, this is hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air. Time for your mind, this is hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air. Time for your mind, this is hip-hop, right, real hip-hop, just a breath of fresh air.
It's dope, man. Definitely dope.
Thanks, man. Hey, I love it, man. I
Yeah.
love hip hop. I love music. So, you know, it's nothing for me to do what I do. You know, but
Hell yeah.
now it's like nothing for me to make music, make a beat.
Yeah.
You know, mix it down, everything. And people, that's another thing people like about, they're like, yo, your ear is incredible. Your music is nice and clear,
Yeah.
crisp and everything. So, you know, for the stuff that you're using. You know, I use my computer. I do my stuff on my computer.
Yeah, that's
And,
that's
you
the
know,
point I'm trying to drive home to people is you do it all, man. I mean, it's like if you're
it's
listening
just-
to or watching a G-Rock video or whatever, you got to put in that your head like, yo, this is not a team of people that did this shit. This is this dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's dope.
There's
Man.
a mind, but one mind.
Yep. Because I mean, it trips me out like all these cats that really think they're popping and doing some shit nowadays.
Yeah.
That like they just like go take a beat off of YouTube and they just rap over it in their closet and then
Yeah,
say,
I
oh,
never-
there's
I
my
never liked
mixtape.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, it takes more than that.
I gotta program my own beat. I never liked to just run the loop. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I said, I started producing in 1980.
Yeah.
So sampling didn't really come out until, I'm going to tell you something else that we didn't talk about. It didn't come out until like, maybe what, 83, 84?
Yeah.
Something like that, 84. Yeah, so, but before that, this is nostalgia for all y'all people that don't know. I'm sure you know. You research it, because you do what you do.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But we used to take cassette tapes.
Yep.
And we used to get to the break of a record, and used to pause it.
Yep.
And you go to you had to be good. Your ear, your time had to be impeccable. And I made instrumentals out of pause taping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I rapped off of,
Yeah.
off the breaks of these. This was before sampling.
Yep, you're bringing it back. You know what I used to do? Check this out. I didn't have a 4-track recorder yet, right? So I would take 2 tape decks and you'd play it in one deck, record it on the next, and then you'd flip, you'd swap them over, and you could keep adding tracks.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it.
But I tell you what, you had too many tracks, it started to sound like shit.
Yeah,
too much hiss.
Yeah, it did. Well, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't studio quality. Yeah, no doubt.
But that was it. I mean, that was the early, the form of sampling, man, with the pause tapes.
Yeah.
We used to listen to old stations way back in the day when they used to do those master mixes and stuff.
Yeah.
Those super mixes, they boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
All that stuff was done through editing. I mean, I used to make mixtapes like that.
Yeah.
I used to take a song and just do a super mix off of it.
Right.
And I used to be able to. Now you got, like you say, now you got plugins. With the digital, you just got plugins. You hit the button, it does all that stuff for you.
Yeah, it's wild.
We did it by hand. We used pause tapes, pause buttons. Man.
Yeah, man.
Made effects. So
yeah,
that's another part of history, y'all.
These new DJs, man, they got it so easy, bro. They
got it easy.
They got it easy. They're never gonna know what it was like to have to stick a little sticker dot to your record to find the sample and shit.
You know what? And that's why I enjoy it so much, because I came from that era.
Right.
I did have to do it.
No doubt.
But I can appreciate a plug-in now.
Now, yeah, definitely.
You ain't got to put all the work in,
Yeah.
You ain't got to put so much work into it.
As long as it's touching real.
Yeah,
as long as it's touching real vinyl, I'm not hating on it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's been a long road, bro. It's been a long road. Man.
No doubt. So when did you start working with Percy?
I met Percy, and it was 99 or 2001.
Yeah.
I met him at he Fat Beats.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, one of my artists, my first lady. She was my first lady. She was messing with him in New York. She used to go to New York to the clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
And she met him, I think at a club or somewhere, and then she found out he was in front of Fat Beats a lot. And so she used to go to New York, and they used to go to this place up in New York, like an open mic place where everybody knew everybody was there. So she used to pick him up in front of Fat Beats and take him there. And but after a while, she told me about him. She said, you ever heard of Percy P? I said, nah, I don't think I did. The name sounds familiar, but then I looked up and read up on it. But long story short, like in 2000, we went to the Zulu Nation anniversary, me, him, and her. She drove, and then from there we just stayed. We got close, man. He was still in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And then he went to move to Cali, and then he called me back. I'm gonna tell you this. You know what I'm saying? If you ever, he did. This I always give him his props on this. He's the one that got me on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always been real good with marketing and shit.
Yeah, he's the one that I would say more so than the internet, the social media. He introduced me to social media.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. I knew about the net before, but he introduced me to social media because when he moved to Cali, he had some songs that were on MySpace.
Yeah.
And he was calling me back. He's like, gee, even before he left, he's like, yo, gee, that's just MySpace. Man, they give millions of hits, people from all over the world, you don't know. And I was slow on it. I was like, yeah, I get to it, man. I'm doing my thing right now, but. And then he went to Cali. He moved to Cali. He called me back. We always talk about that, laugh about that. He called me back. Did you go on there yet? He made sure I went on MySpace.
Yeah.
But once I saw his page, and he had 900,000 hits on one joint, and
man,
people called him from Sweden, Japan, and Germany. I was man, I want my stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, well, one big advantage of that is other countries, they still seem to really enjoy real good hip hop. Like, I don't know what happened here, but man, like Japan and shit, like Lord Finesse can go to Japan and draw a huge crowd, Yeah.
Yeah, they took the place to where we was in
No doubt.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
They love hip hop. They love it.
I always say that when people tell me hip hop died, I'm like, nah, she just moved.
No, it just moved to South Cross Seas.
Yeah.
Cross Seas, they appreciate it more.
They do.
If I go to Cross Seas and do a show over there, man, it would be like I had a record up.
Yeah, they really do.
Like, yo, yeah.
And I've had everyone tell me that, from Percy P to Speech from Arrested Development. You know, everybody said the same thing. You know, wherever you go, it's like hip hop was a lot bigger in other countries now today.
It is.
Real raw hip hop. You know, yeah, definitely.
It is.
Well, tell everybody where they can find you, man. Well, I mean, like, first of all, where's the best place for people to purchase your music where you benefit from it the most?
It's hard to tell. I mean, you got iTunes, Amazon, you got what's the spots? I mean, I'm everywhere now. They can just Google my name, man.
Yeah.
And take their best shot, man. 'Cause, I mean, I'm everywhere now. Yeah, you always find me on iTunes.
Yep.
As far as like purchasing.
Yep.
And my latest joint is out there too. Rock and Soul, all 3 versions.
Yeah.
Dynamite Soul mix, the Brick City to Brick City Bronx mix, and the original version, man. Yo, cop that, man. You know, that's an institution that surpassed the test of time, and they still selling wax. All you DJs,
oh,
get on it.
Well, I already have, you know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, man. Well, shit.
Yeah, man. It's been fun, man. I love talking about the history of hip hop in general.
Yeah, I do too, man. You know, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know, you understand that feeling that hip hop really gave us at
Ain't
the
nothing
time.
like
you
it,
know?
man.
There was
Ain't
nothing like it. It's hard to explain to people now because things are just so much different. But like at the time, it was really something else, man.
Man, hip hop's been good to me, man. It's changed my life. It has become part of my life.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I stopped chasing the dollar, man. Like after the '90s, I stopped doing it, man. Because I'm like, yo, that was taking away some of my momentum.
Right,
so
exactly. You got to just chase the passion. What you're doing. What you
were
doing it for in the first place.
Dollar, you're trying to rush it. You're trying to rush it when you're going for the dollar. I'm like, look, I like to take my time and put 105% into my music, and that's what I did, man. And,
absolutely.
You know, if it was the factor, you know, of me not getting that big one, so be it, man. I mean, like you said, at least look, I'm here today putting new stuff out there. I'm not one that had the big hit,
right?
And trying to struggle to get back in, and people already know who you are.
Yeah, and
get back in. I'd rather be the one that everybody's talking about now that they didn't know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like you.
Get ready, set the needle, cause here I come, a thunderstorm in the form of a cylindrical drum. Being right in the sack is title attacks to bring the beat back. Reacts, subtract, reject, to lack the knack of getting paid. Afraid to serenade. When records are on stage, you should have stayed away from the trade, but your mind disobeyed. Foolish pride taking you for a ride, a rap charade. Blind to a style like bomb beats and rhymes combined, line for line, studios design. Imperfect, perfect, so respect the architect as I begin to build. Adversaries are killed on sight as I ignite the mic. Proceed to recite, please to penetrate my zone. It's like dynamite. Taking no shorts, I resort to a higher scale. I syncopated the rhyme into detail, connecting and perfected the beat. Increase the volume, now it's complete. I'm ready to make some roll. Rolling like thunder, equipped with lightning. Rap originated from under my rhymes are frightening. They're quite clever, designed to go forever and ever. Computer programs, instructions written on the left. I pull a switch just after the first note. All jokes aside, that's over that all she wrote to go on and on. It makes no kind of sense compared your rhymes to mine. You find the evidence. Decent to amaze me rhymes, don't even phase me. Gaze upon my lyrics, your eyes are hazy and blurry. Then in a hurry, your mind tells you to scurry away. You should have never confronted the art, we'll see back. Like potential, solid as a rock, G-Rock. The doc of hip-hop cannot be stopped. The flowing and growing and going, never slowing, showing and proving that I can keep the crowd moving. See what I'm doing? Lesson progresses to the highest bit of intellect. Select dialect and effect from the architect. Straight from the mind to the mouth to the mic. I recite what I write and ignite. Put in flight. thought this is the way an MC is supposed to be. Supreme educated, severe in the first degree, superb intellectual, no one exception. To be perfect, erect the road, but go with your own pace. Make sure you keep your space, don't chase the basis out of your league. The space consists of only one. G-Rock is on the run, my getaway protege at the beat someplace. Immense in size, lyrical master, full of surprise. G-Rock is the apple of all true MC's eyes. Continuing on, I get a little more upset. I can't forget what you started to soon regret. You ever came across a force like the boss, of course. G-Rock is the mind behind the soul and source of knowledge, wisdom, much understanding. The literature I endure is expanding.
Hey, yo, Percy.
Hey, yo, what up, G-Rock?
Take us out of here with that old lung collapsing.
Lyrics, you mean?
Word.
I'm the capital P, R-C-E-E-P-P-E-E-C-E-C-E-C. Chops and top lyrical fitness, that's where you business. Get this, I got a witness, and I won't quit this. The flip-flop, get drop shit, I'm in tip-top shape. Lyrics escape, can't even catch him a tape. Main attraction, using my brain, the fraction of my knowledge and wisdom, a lyrical rhythm, and give him a migraine. Before I reign on stage, better walk like the fingers on a yellow page. Rhymes and homicides are lethal, nobody's equal to me. No one survives, so I'll make a sequel. MC Percy P, give no mercy to nobody MCing. Till they reimburse me, I cold grip the mic, strike and rip. It's like my rap to lap, we did adversaries to kryptonite. Hit you with a verse, make you disperse, but first call up a hearse, cause Perse can get worse than this. Brain cell shatter, MC scatter, splatter them all with something that ain't even matter. Got a ladder on stage, woman running, coming every age of nigga. Ring on my finger, this single linger unengaged. Renegade, Percy P in the frame, and no one, no gonna son, I'm getting paid, I'm a Rex played every week like lottery. Rap's a part of me, word flow, it don't show, the blood in your artery. Ladies greet me, treat me like the stars. When I show up, they start to throw up all the panties and bras of me. Rappers that laugh at me now, take after me with my pen, so I send you into a mental catastrophe. This rhyme ain't designed for prime time in the battle line, for line behind every mind, trying to rhyme with intellect, spelling all incorrect, defy every line. Mine's in perspective, those in the premises will always remember this record, elected the top 10, stopped in to reminisce. Percy P, the rabbit get worse than me when it comes to rhymes. Every verse will be harder than titanium parts when the cranium burst. This Percy be verse explodes like uranium, so yo, don't upset me, cause that will only get me mad enough. It's bad enough, I had enough of letting these amateurs rock. I call them wannabes, I bet they're on a peas, and if they ain't, they're gonna be. To all you critics, just admit it, my style is dope. You can't cope when you hope to get it, you're captivated, activated, rap related. Fans leave infatuated when I get open, the place starts smoking, you start choking, show boat and punks get broken. Rehearsal out, better get versatile and reverse your style. And KB to make me Percy smile, you put in the stretcher. When I let the style get ya, I bet you sweat the rhyme, respect the record you manufacture. So whack, you can't sing them or bring them, people fling them back at you. You're the fattest, baddest of the best copycat. It's been inflated and rated G for garbage, cause that's your status. Nobody's iller. On the mic, you never know when I'ma strike 'em like the Zodiac Killer. This 22-year-old veteran, you ain't better than medicine, won't help slick, stick to peddling. What I write is right and hype, the type parasite swipe, they biting the stage by doing it, but holding mic right.